Welcome to Quick Tips. I fucked that up already. Quick Wits and Frosted Tips.
No, that's all. It's going to be a while to get used to that.
A little bit.
Hosted by Carmen Sandella and Jerry Dybell.
Yes, I'm Jerry Dybell.
I'm Carmen Sandella. Now, we're going to fuck with these people, and they're just getting used to us.
No kidding, and our names changed 5 episodes in.
Yeah, and that's... Yeah, you know, I'm just going to say it right now. If you are a really hardcore Christian, don't listen to this episode. Okay? Like, you're not going to have time. You're not going to want to.
No.
All right? Because we're going deep. We're angry. And I'll let Carmen explain that part. But just if you're Christian, don't listen to this.
Right off the bat, don't. No, when me and Jerry first started talking about doing this, pretty quickly we came up with Frosted Tips, and It was a pretty solid name. And quite surprisingly, I figured it would actually be taken. So doing my due diligence,
Yes.
going through governmental websites to check out copyright information, looking up just Googling everything I could do that I could think of, nothing came up. Literally, I think it was the first week we recorded a couple episodes. Lance Bass put out his show on iHeartRadio called Frosted Tips with Lance Bass.
Yeah, that's...
Hasn't he had enough tips?
Yeah.
He's got to have ours.
Yeah, you got to take that from us. You have everything.
Everything.
You have money.
Mm-hmm.
You're a great singer.
Right.
You're probably still good looking. Like, I'm not being weird, but he's not.
No, you're not. He's
not,
okay.
Not a bad looking dude.
Mm-mm.
Like, give us this win.
I just want
like, how much do you need?
Right.
So basically, once we found out that Frosted Tips was technically taken, we didn't want to look like we were copying Lance Bass.
Correct. We wanted to wage war, but
he's got more money than we do.
Yeah.
Probably better lawyers.
Right. Well, I figure we'll just discuss him this episode. No strings attached.
Yeah. No, good for you. Good for you, Lance.
He's been tearing up my heart
when I'm with you. Yeah. See, I know a little bit. But yeah, no, it was kind of frustrating. But
a little bit.
I kind of like the new name, Quick Wits, because we are very quick-witted. That's what our wives say when we're all together.
Right.
They can't get shit past us because we're so quick.
Yes.
And my youngest daughter is just like us. She is so quick with her comebacks that it's just like, oh my God. It's like, that's me, though.
We're talking about the youngest?
The youngest, yeah. She's nuts. I love her to death. She is exuberant and wild, but yeah, she's so quick with her I can't say shit without her saying like something back to me. I'm just like, I can't get mad because I used to do the same thing with my parents. Yeah. So we are definitely I don't know if it's karma because like I don't really care. I like it. I like to see that shit with my kids that are like coming back. It just makes me feel like the next generation is going to be okay.
There's hope.
There's hope. So I'm fine with it.
When Lex, we were driving somewhere. Lex is in the passenger seat because she just won't drive. And the kids are in the back, and Lex was saying something. I don't know, something that was making the kids angry. And then Anthony just was like that. Goes, okay, snowflake. I'm like, yo, dude. And she just turns around all mad at him.
Oh, my God. That kid's going places. I'm telling you.
That was funny.
To be quick like that. And
Now, another big subject before we really... we're going to do a deep dive into Lance this episode. And I did my deep dives. Head first.
Did you have to put that noise in?
No.
Head first.
So I haven't heard a word from Jerry about this. I don't know how he feels. I don't know if he knows. But since we've last talked, there has been a breakup. Are we aware of any breakups?
What, is my wife leaving me? You know something I don't know?
Worse.
You got to tell me now. The suspense is killing me.
There is a band that is no longer together that we know that you love. And that, my friends, is Panic at the Disco.
Oh, you fucking
They have
assholes.
broken up. They are no longer together.
They couldn't handle the pop world. You know what? I'm just going with it now with this whole Panic at the Disco thing. Because, like, good. I'm glad they broke up.
You would.
I'm fucking glad they broke up. Good.
They finally closed that goddamn door.
They finally closed the door. Oh, my God.
First, I saw somebody post about it on Facebook. And first thing I thought of was like, oh, Jerry. You probably don't even know.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
No?
No, I swear to God, yeah. I work.
Man, that one song from 2005 I didn't even like it then, to be honest with you. And I was into that shit. I actually didn't like that song.
I didn't. Yeah.
I tried, and I couldn't.
Well, the joke started with, like, because we would make fun of each other, like, kind of like back in the day, like the generation before us would be like, you like Coldplay. You know, so people were like, you like Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stuck, and I'm a good sport. I got thick skin, so I just roll with it. But
sure.
I'm glad they broke up. I'm glad. I'm good. I'm at peace.
You should be.
I'm just glad they, like you said, they shut the door finally.
They did. I mean, besides that aside,
okay,
we've been okay. Talking to you before, it seems like you've been pretty busy.
I've been a busy character. Side tangent. You got a sec?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A guy I work with, he's one of my best friends. We say words wrong all the time. To be funny, because like we hear people say them wrong, so we say them wrong on purpose. With us doing that, I can't even remember the fucking real words that are fucking said or how they say them, because I'm in a communications class where I have to record myself talking, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I can't remember how to pronounce that word because that's karma. That's God like, hey, don't make fun of people.
Yes.
You're fucked. I don't know if he actually says that.
Oh, I'm sure. In like some, like, I don't know.
Some mythological
right.
way. He's just making fun of me now. He's just like, now you got to talk in front of all these people. And I'm going to take your ability to pronounce the words right.
I'm kind of doing it now. It drives me up the wall. I feel like I used to be better at speaking fluidly without pauses. Okay.
Right.
But I took a class that I think it was where you look up bones. See,
archaeological.
It's
Jesus Christ!
Like
here I
archaeological.
Go.
Archaeological.
Oh Christ!
Anyways,
Alex, I'm gonna kick your ass for getting these wrong words to me, saying all this shit to me. I'm calling you out, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
God,
it's not archaeology. It's the study of something. I can't remember. Anthropology. That's what it was.
The study of people?
It's the study of people.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I say something different? I might.
We said bones. I mean, technically,
that's archaeology.
But technically,
anthro is human, right?
Human interactions, communications.
Right. Well, the teacher I had was very, 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 very bright, and he spoke in a way that was impressive. And then when he would say things and just throw out words that you never heard of or really knew what they meant, he would give you the etymology.
Really?
You know what that is?
Fuck no. You're speaking
Russian. The only reason
Russian.
I know etymology is because of that. It's just how words are put together.
Oh.
So it's just like this, not the syntax, but just why words are what they are.
That makes sense.
You know, he'd be like, hey, this part of the word is from the Latin word. And like, he just knew this shit off the top of his head. It was impressive to me. And then it made me feel like such an idiot.
Well, that's all the professor's goals, to look dominant, and then.
Yeah. So ever since then, I felt like my vocabulary has like I don't look at it like I did before. Like I would just kind of shoot off at the hip.
Yeah.
And now I almost try to say it in my head before it actually comes out and try to find an appropriate word and actually one that is understood. Like there are words now, I probably won't be able to like think of it at the top of my head, but like things I never thought about before. Like I've brought this up to family before, but like discombobulate.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I'm discombobulated. Well, if there's a discombobulate, there's a combobulate. You ever hear anybody go, man, that's a pretty combobulated situation?
I've never heard anybody say that.
And it's things like that pops in my head all the time. Shit like that. And it drives me up the wall.
Yeah, just, hey, you know what? That's what I tell everybody with anxiety. Just be cool, baby. You know, because you're thinking about it. Like, I go full Samuel L. Jackson
cool,
from Pulp Fiction. What was it? I think the diner scene when they're getting robbed.
I've never seen the movie.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
It's different. But yeah, it's a scene where Samuel L. Jackson's got a gun pointed at him. He's like, "Be cool, baby, be cool." He's like,
I have seen that part.
Okay, yeah, he's just talking down this couple robbers, and but yeah. So I think I took up too much of your time. Should we go back to?
Yeah, let's get some Lance.
This guy who was in Tropic Thunder for 10 seconds.
Dude, did you know this? Did you see it on our sheet? Because I wrote that down.
You did write that down?
Yeah, right here. Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. Well, no, I just know because I love that movie. And I said Nance, not Lance.
I don't remember that part. It's been a long time.
You don't remember? Like they're in the jungle, like they're all like day 3 or day 2 or 3, and they're talking, and like they're all talking about the female back home, and the one guy's just like, "Oh, Lance," and everybody looked at him and like, "You say Lance?"
Oh, was it the black dude?
The black dude,
it was.
yeah.
Okay,
the real black dude, not Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface. And he's like, "Did you say Lance?" "Oh, you definitely said Lance." I said Nance. You know, so. But yeah, that guy. So I have a feeling you're going to educate me on Lance Bass.
Yes.
I mean, the hatred's going to run deep forever. Because
it's just such a letdown.
It's like when my wife sent me a TikTok showing me this, I'm like, are you it was like the perfect name for the 90s and the early 2000s.
Right.
And it was just taken away from us.
Yeah, because we finally do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a sweet name that isn't taken, and then here comes this jabron.
Exactly. And just, but like, again, you need to know when to surrender. We know we're not going to win a fight against Lance Bass.
Right.
I don't know. Just inform me.
Let's just talk about Lance Bass. We'll just talk about him. Okay. So Lance Bass, I don't know if you know this, he's from NSYNC. And they were somewhat big.
A little bit.
Yes.
Not as big as Backstreet Boys.
No.
Or were they? And are we just being biased?
That's just opinions. I mean, I don't say they were as big. Some probably do.
I think Justin Timberlake was bigger by himself when he went solo versus being in the group. So
yes. No, I agree. Lance was the bass singer for NSYNC, and actually when he was 16, Justin Timberlake and his mother called Lance. How they knew each other, I don't know. But they called Lance to see if he would audition for NSYNC.
Oh.
Because their bass singer quit. He did. He got the job. That's how he became what he is.
You imagine like quitting that group and then like seeing where
I'm so mad.
I wonder what happened to that guy. I don't even want like
in a perfect world, he probably went to space. That's what I like to think. This guy was. So the joke for that is because Lance, after NSYNC, decided he wanted to go to space. He's always wanted to be like an astronaut, go to space, do whatever he wanted. And in 2002, he went and did that. He actually moved to Russia. And he was able to get a space tourism seat on the, however you say this, Soyuz space capsule. Okay. And it was a planned mission. The mission was called TMA-1 mission to the International Space Station. And he was certified by NASA and the Russian space program. So, and he did have backing. It was supposed to cost him I don't know if it was him or the whole thing. I would assume him. But $20 million to get to space. And the fact that he got all this stuff and he was like, I thought he was just going to like Bezos and like orbit the Earth or something, never actually get out. But if he was going to go to the International Space Station, that's something.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be per person, 20 million. I mean,
ain't cheap.
Yeah, that ain't cheap. But like, I mean, I don't care like what my dreams are. I'm not moving to Russia. Of course,
No.
Russia was different in 2002 than it is today.
Correct.
Like today, you land in Russia, they're gonna like draft you instantly to go to Ukraine. But like that just shows you how dedicated he was to wanting to go to space, to like move from. I'm sure he lived in L.A., a comfy mansion with a pool, sauna, and all that stuff. But then like, yeah, I don't know. That's wild to me.
It is
that you would move to Russia because that place fucking sucks.
Yeah. He wound up not being able to go. Sponsors backed out. He lost his seat. Now it's something like we said that he was able to get certified, but he never got to go. And actually, I should probably move over to this. There is a video element to this show, fellas. Here's Lance.
Yeah, see, he is look at it. Look at his hairline.
He's a good-looking guy.
He's got a mixture of the frosted tips with the gray tips.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's what I'm going for here. Probably not too much longer, man. I got a lot of fucking gray coming in, but I'm gonna try that look.
Yeah, I think you can pull it off.
Like I don't think it's gonna go over well in the construction field, but
probably not. Probably not.
If I ever seen a guy like if like you take your hard hat off and like you whip your hair back, like people are gonna look at you, be like, dude, get back to work.
So here, look at this picture.
Dude, he looks like he's freaking 15 years old.
I know, he looks young. This is we're looking at a picture of Lance when he was an astronaut. I mean, yeah, he looks just like a kid. I mean, he is a kid. It's weird.
That's probably why the funding backed out. Because, like, just because you're a certified astronaut, like, what's your purpose at the International Space Station?
Just because you can moonwalk,
right,
doesn't mean you can go to the moon, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be like an engineer, or mechanic, because like when shit breaks, like, what are you gonna do? Like, start singing in your bass, like to like, oh god, I'm sorry, guys. My anger is just pouring over. And it'll probably take me a couple episodes to get over this, but is that him in the suit?
In the suit.
How he looks like he's aged 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know and I didn't know this. The astronauts' face shields are actually gold.
No.
It's just pounded so thin for like because gold would like for sure block out like the sun and all that stuff, like the UV to damage your eyeballs.
Really?
So I heard that in like 8th grade, and why the fuck I remember that I don't know, but it's like they're able to pound gold so thin, that's why it's got that gold tint to it.
Oh.
So that's probably the cost of his ticket was just a face shield.
Well, speaking of pounded and thin, Lance came out as gay in 2006. It was just a good segue.
No, it was perfect. You like went right into that. But like, I think we all knew.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a thing. Like, I had friends that waited to come out till after high school.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we knew, but I didn't think any freaking different of you, man.
No.
It's like I am kind of glad for the gay community now, because it seems like it's easier for gay people to come out, and it's not so like looked down on. Right. I that's just the way I feel about it. And like, I'm happy. I'm so fucking happy for people, because who are we to say anything about the way somebody loves somebody? I knew this was America, bitch. We're free. You should be able to love whoever the fuck you want to love.
Keep going. Just look into the camera though as you're talking.
Oh, ooh. I'm just saying, like, zoom in on those eyes.
Oh man.
I'll look straight down. Yeah, they are two different colors. But like, all honesty, like, I have gay friends, and like, I'm happy that they're able to like live their lives like instead of back in the 50s. Like, you know, that shit didn't, you know. So there's more hope for the future. Now, all this like other genders and stuff, like, I don't know anything about this.
It's new to us.
Like, if you come to me and said, I want to be called this, cool, man, I'll call you whatever the fuck you want me to call you.
Thank you.
Educate me though, because I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I'm digging holes. I'm in college. I'm a mayor of a town. Like, I don't have
to say American.
I am American. But like, I don't have time to learn all this stuff. But I feel like if I felt a certain way, I'd want people to treat me normal. So like, I have no problem treating you fucking normal. Just educate me. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Just tell me. I probably won't retain it because I'm a little slow, but you know.
You're not slow. You're just lazy.
I'm lazy. Yes, I'm lazy. We did discuss that.
I just know that gay jokes are not funny. Come on, guys.
You didn't zoom in far enough on your brown eyes. You didn't zoom in close enough on that to see the seriousness in your eyebrows.
Yes. Well, along with all of this, I mean, no, it was cool. I guess I don't know, was it be one of the bigger ones at the time that come out?
Yeah, I'd say that's still kind of early.
It's pretty early. When did Ricky Martin come out? Was that before or
I
after?
I think that was.
Might have been after. I don't know.
It might have been after.
It's close enough.
But I really think that, like, well, would it be Caitlyn Jenner now? Like, pop the lid off for everything. I feel like everything took a turn when she said that, like, hey, I'm going to be, I'm a trans woman. And I think that's where it kind of took off. You know, you've seen companies like, oh, we need to cater to this, cater to that. And I really think that's where it took off. But no, I mean, I'm good for him. You know, like I said, I feel bad for anybody struggling with that fight with, like, because I know my parents would be like, look at me because they were raised in a different generation. Sure. But I know, like, my mom is the salt of the earth. Like, she had gay friends back in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, she would have accepted me no matter what.
Right.
She probably, the only thing she would have been pissed off at me is, like, that I couldn't give her a grandbaby.
Okay.
So, but, like, there's adoption. But, I mean, I'm not gay, so I don't got to worry about that. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just glad for gay people that it's easier times, I guess you should say. I could
agree.
say.
I do agree.
So.
No, it's good that they don't have to go through that as much anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're still going to have your fucking ignorant dickheads. Anywhere. You're going to have racist dickheads. You're going to have homophobic dickheads. You know, that's what people are like, oh, you're homophobic. You don't like to see two guys kiss. Honestly, I don't like to see anybody kiss. Like, that whole PDA thing, like, get the fuck out of here. Go around the corner and do it. Like, I'll kiss my wife on the cheek. I'll be like... like, I'll kiss her, but like I don't want to see, like, I don't want to see that. Is that weird of me to say that I don't want to see people like make out in public and be all over each other?
I remember reading this. It might have been a podcast. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny, but they were like, now I'm gonna put it into words, I'm gonna like paraphrase because they said it way worse.
Oh, okay? Jesus!
But like, because they were talking about like actual intimate things with men, but like how, you know, like a real man, like. Well, men are dirty and rugged, right? So why would a man want to be with a woman and, you know, they smell like flowers? That's not a very manly thing. You want to get into something nasty. Like, that's the manly thing to do. And I was like, oh, interesting take.
That makes sense. Well, I was listening to Bill Burr, and he was talking about, like, if you go to oh shit, I almost knocked the microphone over. If like you go to a bar and like you see, like, sitting across from the bar, you'll see a guy in his like 40s, like mid 40s, sitting there. Next to him sitting a lesbian in her mid 40s, just sitting there, you know. But then you see a gay guy in his mid 40s out there dancing on the dance floor, just having the time of his life.
Yeah.
And like, so he's just like, women will fuck with you. Not that I'm not going to be gay because of what Bill Burr said, but at the same time, it's just like, it kind of makes sense. Like, cause like two dudes,
they get it.
They get each other.
They get it.
Yeah. They're wired. The men are just simple creatures.
Yes.
And women are complex creatures. I think that's what brings the attraction between the two. And tits. I love tits. I fucking love a good set of boobies.
I like ass. What's
Exactly. It's like a freaking, like the power team there. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like ass. I know you don't. You're saying you don't like boobs.
I like boobs,
and I like ass. But it's just like, there's nothing like a good set of milkers. That's all I got.
Boxing knows things like Sugar Ray Leonard. What's that from?
Fuck, you got me again.
Elevator scene. Girl with big tits. Jim Carrey movie.
Liar, liar.
There you go.
Liar, liar. Yes. Everybody's being so nice to me because you got huge jugs.
That was so good.
That guy's freaking. We need to do an episode on him.
We could do that. We're gonna have to start doing deep dives on each thing.
Yeah, no, I'm
that.
down with it because Jim Carrey's a freaking legend.
Good. So now, if we can go back to a little bit of like the actual NSYNC days, again, at this time when he was with NSYNC, obviously they were big as what they were big, and but they were signed to Transcontinental Record Company, which was ran by Lou Pearlman. And you've never heard this name?
I've never heard of him. He sounds like a scumbag.
Yes, it was a big thing for it at the time because he had the Backstreet Boys. I mean, he looks like Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Bo.
Along came Herman the Worm. He was this big.
What is that from?
It's a kid's song that's stuck in my fucking head. I'll go over with you later. I don't want to scare off any listeners.
So he was like, I don't know, it was something like, when I say he was involved in like a big pyramid scheme, okay, I'm going to talk like I actually really know what that is. It's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. It's a scam of like making people feel a certain way to promote the business.
Yeah, he was like, I watched something about it a long time ago, where he would like, let's say he had this business and even had proof, in quotation, that he had this business and planes and all, but it was like a lot of fake shit for people to give him money to do things for them, but the things never actually existed that he said that he would do. But he was like a big con artist.
Jesus.
They're like him. I know it's NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, but there's other people too. I don't.
Oh, the Backstreet Boys were involved with this.
Mm-hmm. So they actually sued him for defrauding the group of more than 50% of their earnings rather than the original promise of 1/6 of the profits. So everybody, including him, was going to get 1/6, and that never happened.
Oh.
Ever. And they wound up winning this, and they won it and signed with Jive.
Okay.
And then right after that, the album No Strings Attached. That's why they did what they did. And it became, I can't remember what the exact honor was, but it was like one of the fastest, it was like the fastest selling record at that time.
Oh, it was huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at that fucker, though. We got a picture of him, but like, look at his teeth. Like, fuck you, dude.
Yes.
You fucking scam.
He went to jail. He got big.
Oh.
He was a big bad boy.
You know that they had fun with his fat ass in jail. You fucking prick. Sorry. Even though like I'm still like I just hate people who like take advantage of people like that. So even though like Lance Bass didn't take advantage of us, but he stole our fucking name. But like people like that are really like they need to go to jail. How long was he in jail for?
I don't know. I know. Okay, well I know he's dead, and I think he died in jail. But yes.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes. I don't know.
Well, there's like a lot of people that die in jail, but for some reason he was the first one to pop in
He was
my
the
head.
one that came in your head? Yeah. Lance, some of these I didn't know. Do you remember? Okay, so Lance has appeared in the following shows. He appeared in Seventh Heaven. Do you remember that show?
I do remember that show.
Christian sitcom type of show.
Yep.
That's where I learned. There was the younger brother. I know I told you this before, but that's where it was like on a scene where he would go like this. He was like going on a date. He would lick his horns on his fingers, his index and pinky. He would lick it, do that to his eyebrows, like glaze his eyebrows, and then do a fucking
like a
shot.
snap.
Yeah, so he would go like that. And then I remember like however old I was at the time, just thinking that was cool. But he was in that. He was in Seventh Heaven.
I do remember Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven.
Yeah, didn't they have like 7 kids? Or was it like a family of 7? Like 5 kids?
Probably 7 kids. You remember who was in that? The girl. There's the famous girl. Justin Timberlake might be married to her.
Oh, Jessica Biel? Or
I was doing the same thing. It's Jessica something.
Jessica... Oh, fuck.
No, I think it is Biel.
Is it Jessica Biel?
I think it is Jessica Biel. Let me look. Because I almost wanted to say Jessica Alba. I know that. Jessica.
Yep,
yes, it's
that's
Jessica
her.
Biel.
Yeah, she was like the older sister, right?
Yes, she was the one that was a little naughty.
She has that naughty
she does
vibe to her.
She does.
I think that's,
I think she's still married to him. Justin, that is. Anyways,
Not
he was
Lance.
in Zoolander, like you mentioned before.
Zoolander. I mentioned
Tropic Thunder. That's right.
I forgot he was in Zoolander.
I did too. And it was just a quick scene when they were walking down a runway, and he was just somebody on the runway. He was in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Which that makes sense.
Yes. You watched that movie?
Yeah, I did. But I don't remember him being. Was it a short scene in that movie?
I don't remember him in this movie. I just remember really loving this movie.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was one of Adam Sandler's greats. Am I thinking of the right one?
Yep.
With Kevin.
Yep. Kevin James.
Kevin James. Okay.
He was in Robot Chicken, Kim Possible, and he plays third in Dancing with the Stars.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that face.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take first.
That's an O face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's he dancing with? Look at that outfit. Yeah. To dance like that in heels, I mean,
that would be.
I wore high heels one time just to like try it.
Yeah.
And literally, I thought I broke my ankle because I tried to run.
Yeah.
It was in college back when the first time around I went to college, not the second time.
During this whole drama of the record company, Lance actually owned a couple of his own record companies. One was Lance Bass Productions. Wonder how he came up with that one.
Dude.
The next one, he had a production company called Bacon and Eggs.
How you like your eggs? Fried or fertilized? The way you move your hips, girl, make me hypnotized. How you like your eggs? Fried or fertilized? Fried or fertilized? Fried or fertilized?
That's a pretty good. That's. What? Sorry, I was just in the moment dancing, and I thought about it. Bacon and eggs.
Songs. Yes, I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
It's code.
I mean, that's not no fucking Death Row Records.
No. We need to do a show on that.
Ooh.
Just like
Ooh.
oh man,
that would be good.
Because Straight Outta Compton is one of the greatest movies I've ever
I still
watched.
didn't see it. You're right. I know.
You haven't watched that yet? Okay. Homework.
A little tidbit of info when I was going through this. I think it sounded familiar when I was doing my research. I'm trying to pull up a picture for us. Did I do this? All right. So back in 1999, Lance Bass, before he came out as gay, he actually dated Danielle Fishel from, many would know her as Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
Actually took her to her prom.
Wow.
Right?
99. So how old is Lance Bass? He's not that much older than me.
So he was, okay, can you do math? He was 16 and 95. This is some of the things I wrote. 95. So he was 20. Yeah, dude, he was 20 here.
Okay. That's
So,
kind of weird, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Topanga, so I guess it's not weird. But, like, I remember being at prom and, like, this 20-year-old guy, I think he was even older than that, showed up. I'm like, how the fuck did you get in? Like, how the fuck are you at my table, you weirdo?
Here?
Like, you can legitimately go to the bar, dude. We're, like, 17, 18 years old. And this guy's, like, talking across from me at the table. Like, he's got real-world experience.
Right.
It's like, get the fuck out of here, you pervert. What are you, banging a 16-year-old? You're fucking 22 years old? It's fucking weird.
Ooh.
But yeah, I should call my wife about this because like she was the Boy Meets World. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. We could Bert this. We could try.
All right, I'll try to call her.
What type of movie? Have you talked to her today?
I haven't. I talked a couple times. She's working. I think she's busier than me. We send TikToks every once in a while, but we'll see how it
Let's see how this goes.
transpires. Hey, babe. We're actually recording, and we wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
So, sorry to throw you on the spot,
Yeah.
but I didn't know this. I was just educated tonight. But did you know that Lance Bass went to the prom with Topanga from Boy Meets World? Or dated?
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
I don't think I knew that.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did they know each other?
I don't know.
Probably the red carpet somewhere.
Yes.
Because was it MySpace back then?
I wouldn't know. This was before. This was 99.
Yeah, this would have. Yeah, that's the 90s.
So I just know you're a Boy Meets World fan, and when you like,
And also an NSYNC fan.
yeah, right.
Ooh.
I know you are. Yeah, I know you are. But I know like when you guys when the Boy Meets World podcast is going to be filmed, we're gonna need you here, and like I'm gonna be your
can't wait.
okay. I'm gonna be your guys. I'm gonna be
Yes.
the hype man in the background.
Yes.
But
We don't even need you. Me and Carmen can
Oh,
just
we can rock
handle
this.
it.
I'm so excited.
listen, you know what Carmen does? He zooms in on my eyes, and that's how we get the fucking viewers. Okay.
Dude, they'll get mesmerized. They'll be hooked like me.
Exactly. I roped you in 2009, but okay, I'll let you go. Did you get your oil changed?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Well,
on my way home.
okay. Be careful.
Okay.
I love you. Thank you
Love you
for
guys.
stopping in. She said, "Love you, Carmen."
My
Oh,
pleasure.
love you, girl.
My pleasure.
All right. Peace out.
Okay.
Bye.
Wow.
Awesome.
She did not know that.
I was surprised. I figured she would have.
I mean,
But
but
yeah, dummy.
that's a typical like late '90s, early 2000s couple right there.
Yes. Yes.
That's like the perfect. You know how beautiful the child would have been if they would have reproduced together.
Hmm.
That child probably would have been, I don't know,
Good looking.
old enough for an OnlyFans.
I can guarantee you this. I guarantee you their kid, I'm going to try to do this without looking, would not. Or is it, hold on. Dude, this is hard. What
Whoa.
the fuck, dude?
Oh, I must have a
You
tear
have
in
a
my shirt.
hole in your hoodie.
Oh my god.
Maybe you should steal one from somebody again.
No, I should trade them. I didn't even notice that shit.
Really?
That's pretty cool. Well, it doesn't help that I got a fucking fluorescent orange shirt on underneath this. But it kind of matches. These colors match, even though I hate Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the feel of the t-shirt or the sweatshirt. So, but is this going to mess up the aesthetic of the show?
No.
Should I rip it more? No, I like
Don't do
it. I'm going to put a
I like
patch
it.
on it.
No. But besides any of this, do I have hard feelings towards Lance? Absolutely.
Right.
This was wrong.
I wonder, like, we should try to reach out to Lance.
Yeah.
I think we could legitimately be in contact with him.
Yeah.
And he could probably be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, guys." He's probably a really nice guy.
Probably.
Or he's just like, "Fuck you, I got it." But I mean, I don't know.
It's probably the latter.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I
It's
guess
all right.
we can learn
From
to
here,
live with it.
Yes. I like the new name. I actually have been, when I've been kind of talking about the show, I've been saying it like QWFT. Like when I do say it with like quick wits, frosted tips.
Ooh,
You know,
I like that.
QWFT.
QW
Quiffs. Quiffs. Oh. Ooh.
You might be
quiffs.
onto something. We may.
Quiffs.
Thanks, Lance.
Yeah.
We're on to something
Yeah.
better than you.
Yeah. Next time we talk about NSYNC, we're going to talk about the 4 main members. We ain't talking about your ass, dude. Ain't happening.
Oh,
You could put a corsage on this wrist. It don't matter. I ain't lifted up my skirt for you, girl.
You ain't worth the time. You ain't worth the time.
Is there anything else you need to add about Lance? I wasn't planning on doing a big deep dive weeks ago, but we got kind of our hands forced here.
Yeah. I mean, he literally forced this upon us, like this war. Like, because when I first found out about this, like I didn't even do college work. I was so pissed off. I'm like, man, frosted tips. And like people I'm talking to were like, just yeah, that's a great name. That's a great idea. But yeah, no, that's all I have. I didn't really take in NSYNC or Backstreet Boys until I was older.
Sure.
Probably because it was like I was a football player in high school, so everybody's just like, you listen to that? You don't listen to AC/DC, Metallica, and Guns N' Roses? I'm like, well, I listen to them too.
Guys, I listen to them too.
I listen to everything, but yeah. No, I have not. You have anything else to add about
No.
Mr. Lance Bass?
Fuck you. That's all I got. I have another subject that I need to broach.
Okay.
Okay. And for the listeners, if you can't take explicit content like it is stated in the podcast description, then you might want to turn it off. There's something I've been thinking about. Okay?
Yeah. Just don't listen to it. We don't want to see it in the comments. We're not going to read the comments.
No.
So like you can we're doing this for ourselves. So basically you can go fuck yourself. All right. What's on your mind, babe?
So let me see. I'm trying to figure out there's two stories. Well, one's a story and one's a thought. Okay.
Okay.
Let me tell the story first.
Yeah,
and then we'll see how my mind works.
No, hey.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. So me and Alexa did this thing called it's the love of marriage. Something like that.
Okay.
But it was hosted by the church, and it was just like I don't know if seminars are. We watched videos, and all it is we learned how to be a better couple and to incorporate like religion and God in our relationship more, and how to treat each other and stuff like that. It wasn't like marriage counseling. It was just discussions that I guess couples just don't have all the time.
Teachable moments. Those hard discussions. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was fun. And it was 4 hours. Okay, like 3 and change one night, like last Friday, and then Saturday it was like 7 hours.
Holy shit!
It's a long time. I didn't know it was gonna be that long.
You get college credits for this shit, dude? Holy fuck!
So, the second day, there was a section that was talking about sexual intimacy with your lover
At church.
Yes, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 couples, including me and Lex.
Okay.
And the couple that was hosting this thing. Everybody's very nice. It was a very nice thing.
Right.
I would recommend it. It was cool. So during the sexual intimacy, before they played this section, it was a video, okay?
Okay.
Before they played it, the guy hosting it's like, now, don't fret, it's a little crude, or something like that. You know what I mean? They're going to talk about some things. I'm like, okay. So I'm sure they're going to be like, oh, they're doing something under the sheets. And, yabba dabba. Like, who gives a fuck? But
missionary.
Yeah. It's going to get raunchy.
Yeah. So bad.
Yeah. So it did.
Oh.
So next. Yeah. You didn't see anything, but I really wish I needed to get Lance off this background here.
Yeah, because
Put
he's
it back
staring
on.
at me. He's not looking at you. He's staring at me.
So there was a scene where it was couples like in a room, and there was this older guy kind of like leading a lecture in this video. Okay. And the guy was talking about sexual intimacy. So then next thing he goes is he puts on a like doctor lab coat. Okay. And then he goes, some women are unsatisfied because they have not throughout their entire relationship received an orgasm. So then he does a deep dive into the orgasm. Like deep.
Oh.
I'm serious. Things I've be embarrassed to say out loud that I'm going to. It's so weird. So he was talking about how supple the boobs are and how he worked from the mouth down.
Oh.
How things work. And how, you can't just just fucking stick it in. You got to fucking please them.
Yeah. You
got
to climb the mountain.
Sure. Space Mountain, dog.
Space Mountain?
Yeah.
Some are Everest and some are hills, but you got to climb them, okay?
He starts talking like, and you got to pay attention to the nipples. He goes, the little light brown area around the tit. I guess he didn't say tit, the nipple, the areola. He said it weird, like areola. So it's like, areola. And he goes, and if you feel there's little bumps on it, and you can consider that the braille. And I was sitting there, he's talking about how the nipple is braille, the bumps around the nipple are braille, and how you have to be like a blind person and feel around. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like kind of like hitting Lex a little bit, like, what the fuck are we going to do?
What are we doing here?
And it just kept getting worse. He's going down. He's talking about the clitoris and how it gets like thick and fat when they're aroused. And I'm like, so I swear to God, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it like that. My bad.
Swear to God, the clit gets thick
Dude,
when
it was-
they're aroused.
Dude, it was when I'm like, what is going on? And I lean back and I like speak up to the guys that were hosting it. And I go, yo, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I don't like this.
I need an adult.
It was so awkward. And like, you know, after like it was like 20 minutes talking about a woman reaching an orgasm at church. Like that was unnecessary, dude. It was unnecessary.
I don't know what to say. I really don't.
We had to fill out like a sheet afterwards.
Right.
It was like, you know, like, hey, how did we do? Would you recommend this program type of thing? And they're like, hey, you know, like, what did you get out of this? And I said, I should treat my wife with respect. Oh, and also I learned how to give women orgasms. So that's cool. That's what I put on there.
You put that on there?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I fucking love
I
it.
showed it to Lex. I'm like, hey, is this okay? What the fuck? It was just weird, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's a weird subject at church.
Yes.
Like I can understand, like, but I guess times are changing.
Are girls not receiving orgasms more than
No,
men?
no,
Like,
they're not. They're not.
I ain't leave until it's,
oh yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean?
Unless it's like a hey, and
Right.
quick, but
the pie's almost done.
yeah, exactly,
You gotta
yeah.
put the timer on.
But yeah, no, I have a lot of friends that are girls.
Yeah.
And like they talk about this, how these guys are like these big macho guys, but they're not like pleased. And I think the main problem is that they're with boys. They're not with men.
Ooh.
They're with boys. So, because a real man, like, you can talk to a real man, like, hey, this is what I like to try. This, you wouldn't get weird about it. Like, hey, I'm in it for you. That's the whole point of a marriage, is being in it for them. But it's there's a communication breakdown because a lot of guys watch porn. So they think, and like porn is basically centered around the guy. So they're like, oh, well, this is the way sex is. Well, no, like you have to take care of the woman.
Yep.
So I think I just know personally, like after talking to people, like women aren't getting satisfied. So guys,
That's incredible.
you got to have the conversation. Like I've been married for 11 years.
That throws, I think so.
It throws me off.
You would think it would be 12.
You think it would be 12, but I got married on the last day of the year. You've been married for what? 15?
No, 12.
12. I got married a year after you? Oh, I did in 2011.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it's a major problem. Just
I didn't know it was that big of a problem.
threw me off that the church
Threw me off.
is
Everybody was feeling a little uncomfortable.
yeah.
But it's like, I don't, like, I understood that there was going to be, like, a sexual talk about, you know, like, hey, you know, I thought it was just be like, you don't cheat or something. You know,
Yeah.
Love your girl.
Yeah, be
Not,
real.
like, make them supple. Or weird.
Grab the nipples and everything like that.
So then that got me in a whole mood. Okay, like, I was in a whole sort.
Like what
way.
kind of mood?
Well,
like
like,
like frisky mood?
no, a curious.
Oh.
I was sitting on the couch with Lex next day, probably, and I was looking down and I saw a wet spot on my dog's bed. And I looked over to Lex and I go, Lex, do dogs have clits? And I don't know. That's what I'm here to ask you. Do dogs have orgasms? Like female dogs, obviously.
I don't know. I've heard like the whole thing that a pig has an orgasm for 10 minutes, but like who's...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I heard that. I've been hearing that a lot. It's just like,
It's a thing
it's
lately.
fucking weird. I'm like, how do you know that the pig's having an orgasm?
I don't know.
I know dolphins do.
Well, I've seen the videos of turtles, male turtles though, making that weird noise. Oh yeah, over. Oh, that's so weird.
Isn't that
It's so
weird?
But like, okay, this.
I know it's gonna be good when you do that. I know from the years of knowing you, when you go and you wipe your right eye, it's gonna be fucking real. So listen up, people. Listen the fuck up.
It's nasty.
Oh, I wouldn't expect it. I
It's
love you.
nasty.
Just say it.
I remember. So like, I don't know if I even told you this ever, but
Okay.
like, you know, do you remember the dog my parents had, China?
China, yeah, the Rottweiler.
Yes. So I remember like she had like some bed or whatever she would lay on in the foyer at their house, and she would just go to town on herself. And you know, it's just so fucking disgusting. I hate that sound.
Oh, that sound is
But
fucking awful.
I would just leave, and then I would come back, and like the whole bed would just be soaked, and I mean drenched.
Oh.
So, are
Could it
they?
be- could it
Do
be
they?
drool or could it
See,
be...
I don't know if it's true. I mean, they do get
We
slobbery.
need to get a fucking veterinarian on here.
You know, I don't know if they can do that thing I'm insinuating.
Oh, I know what you're insinuating now. Oh.
Because I would walk by and I'd be like, yo, she's into this today. And I would just keep going because I'm not cleaning up.
Right, yeah, I'm out. It's not my problem, not my
No,
dog. I
no.
mean, it's my dog, but no, that's a good point. You know, I got a funny story. Back in the day, my parents would play cards, and so all the adults would come over drinking beer, playing cards, and we had this lab, and it was like he was licking himself. And my dad's buddy's like, man, I wish I could do that. My dad's like, well, you better ask him first. You know what I mean? And like, I overheard that.
That's so good.
And like, it fucking like, I'm like, all right, my dad's all right.
That's
You know,
so
my
good.
dad can crack these jokes, so it's okay for me to crack jokes. So I'm just waiting for the moment to attack on that.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I wish I could do that. Well, you better ask him first. I haven't had the opportunity. It's been like,
I had that in the chamber.
yeah,
That was pretty good.
25 years now.
Really?
I've been waiting to use this
That
joke.
was a really good.
So when I use it, like I'm going to laugh myself to sleep. Like I'm going to be that guy that's like, that's so funny. You know, it's like I'm going to do that.
That is awesome.
But no, that's something that I don't know. We should actually probably
Like-
do a live stream one time because somebody might have the answer to that.
That's true. You know, I mean, if to me, you know, dogs get boners.
The Red Rocket.
Right. So the recipient must be ready and willing and wanting, right? So it would have to be.
Yeah, I know that's a joke that guys use with their wives. Like, oh, she's in heat. Here's my chance.
Right.
You know. But,
Yeah. So they're in heat.
Yeah, they're in heat.
That's right.
So I mean, that's probably that's a solid question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just a weird thing. Like if somebody would have just like if I would have just like, what if something happened to me? What if I lost my phone? Somebody could get into it and they're gonna see a note that says, "Do dogs have orgasms?"
Yeah,
Like, that's
they're
weird.
They're gonna be off. That's gonna definitely throw somebody off. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I'm afraid to Google it because I know the FBI guy watching my phone is gonna be like, "What
Oh,
the fuck's
yeah.
he into now?"
If you know, please shoot us an email. We have an email set up.
Yes.
Okay. So you can email at daxing.studios@gmail.com.
.com.
DAXING.studios
.com.
at Gmail.
Or at Gmail.
.com.
Fuck, I fucked that. I fuck everything up.
So I know we have got things moving. Many platforms we're going to be on. Please subscribe to us. We're going to be on Spotify.
Big time. We're gonna be on Apple.
Rock hard.
Isn't that crazy? Like Apple.
It's weird.
I mean, I never thought that we're like talking to you months ago about this. Like we would have this. I didn't realize the work that goes into this for number one.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody thinks that you can just grab a microphone and a webcam and headphones and just go. But like, I gotta hand it to you, dude. You're the beating heart of this podcast.
Thanks, boss.
I ain't trying to be weird or get all emotional on you. Okay? So don't even try to kiss me. But no, there's a lot of work that goes into this. So
Yes.
and like Carmen said, just email us. If there's content you want to hear about the 90s and the early 2000s, let us know, because that's what we want to bring up, the memories, because to us those were like our glory years.
Yep.
I mean, like we're proud husbands and fathers, like we love our families, but we also love the 90s and early 2000s because that was the era we grew up in. So to talk about any memories or anything like that, please just let us know. We'll talk about it. We won't say your name unless you want us to say your name.
Right.
And we just enjoy talking about it. It's like the pastime of the glory days.
Yes.
So
No, I agree. We're going to be on all platforms.
everything.
All platforms.
What was that? I saw Stitcher, iHeartRadio,
Yep.
Pandora,
Deezer, Google Podcasts will be up in a few. All this stuff will be done.
Was it Amazon? Or am I thinking
Amazon will be on there.
Amazon?
Samsung. I
Yeah.
didn't even know Samsung had their own podcast stuff.
Oh, I didn't either. So basically, like, if you don't listen to us on one of those, then you don't listen to the show. Like, there's no excuses.
None.
Well, I don't have HBO Max to sign in. No, we're not on HBO. Okay.
Correct. You can also go to quickwits-frostedtips.com, and that should bring you to our website.
Yes, we have a website.
And you can listen to all our shows there. Yep.
Yeah. And we'll have, basically every social media platform, the popular ones, will be on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Yes. Are we on Twitter?
Yep.
Man, that's a very controversial.
Yep.
That is.
We're everywhere.
We got Elon, though. Elon's got our back.
Yes.
Because I feel like I'm friends with Elon Musk because he stole one of my memes.
Oh, that's right. That was cool.
Fucker.
Yes. Yes.
But we're gonna be everywhere. Like I said, if you want to reminisce about the '90s, just look us up.
Trying to get us out of here. We're gonna end today's episode, and there we go. Bringing it slowly.
Bring it slow.
Yeah.
And then hit him with the bang.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing, I hope everybody talks to their significant others tonight about orgasms.
Yes, please do.
Take care of each other.
And each other. I was thinking of Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves and each other.
We love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Yes.